Hello, I'm Hal Lublin.
And I'm Mark Gagliardi.
Since the dawn of humanity, one issue has gone unsettled. With the fate of the world in the balance, we're here to settle, once and for all. Best local fundraiser.
That's right. Don't worry, everyone. We got this.
Podcasts should have a theme song. Podcasts should not have a theme song. Yes, they should. No, they shouldn't. They sound good. Yeah, but people are just going to skip past it. You know what? You're right. We got this.
Hal, I feel like you're going to know so much more about this topic than I am because you are okay with money.
Am I?
I think so. I mean,
think it's relative. Relative to you.
Relative to
I look
me.
like investor guy who was on infomercials on the sailboat with like all the women. Like, you could be me if you use my system, buy and sell real estate.
Wait, the guy whose suit is all dollar bills?
No, that's Matthew. He taught you how to get grants from the government. He had the guide, or still does, has the guide where you get money from the government.
Is that thing
This was
still
the guy-
around?
His name was like Tommy Woo or something like that. And he was very late at night, and his infomercial was like a system for investing in real estate. But he was always on like a yacht with women in bikinis. Like, this is the life, and you will have this life if you do what I do and pay me to teach you how.
Let me tell you how to buy real estate while I'm out here on the water with no real estate land in sight.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about the land that I own. Why are you on a boat then if you own all this land? That's what I want to know.
I want to do one where I'm on a boat and I'm like, flying, the only way to get anywhere. With my system, you'll be flying everywhere.
All that to say, Hal, let's talk about fundraising. We do this once a year with Maximum Fun, where we have the big drive every year. But we both have experience with fundraising for things before and different versions of it. Do you have a go-to? Like, when you thought of this topic or when you brought this topic to me, what was the first thing? I think bake sale was the first thing you said, but what's the thing that comes to mind for you?
Bake sale is a big one. I think a Girl Scout selling cookies, which is not a bake sale. It is a business enterprise that everybody looks forward to every year and buys a bunch of cookies. I order all of mine, as I'm sure you do, from Millie.
Yeah.
Annie and
My
Fred's
goddaughter.
daughter. Yeah. I just like buy a ton of like whatever she's selling. I just buy a ton of it and then forget to pick it up. And then I'm like, you don't have to deliver it. I'll come get it. And then they have to come over here and deliver it to me eventually.
Or they give them to me to deliver and I grab one of the boxes and I'm like, here are the 49 boxes. I thought I ordered 50.
Yeah. Can you imagine? I was supposed to have 50 boxes of cookies here, and I can tell immediately by looking at this pallet that there are only 49. You take me for some kind of a schmuck, Mark?
No, I don't take you for a schmuck, Hal.
Spit out the do-si-do. Spit out open your mouth. I want to go in there. Let me get under your yeah, that's right. I'm going to reform this later.
I don't like this.
Bake it. Can you chew up a cookie? Do you think scientifically you could chew up a cookie and then ball it up and then rebake it and eat it again and turn it into a regular cookie again? Do you think it would just dry out?
I don't think you could ball it up after you've chewed it unless your mouth was crazy, crazy dry. I don't think the crumbling is the problem because you can make like an Oreo crust for a pie. I think the saliva would be the problem.
You think, I'm trying to think like it needs a binder to pull it together, right? Like if you took all the dry
you'd still need
ingredients-
like egg whites or butter or something.
But it already has that from when it was made a cookie the first time.
Yeah, but that's
Chewed it up.
those elements are like those boosters on the sides and back of the space shuttle. They get jettisoned off in the baking process.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you have to do new one. You can't make a spit cookie.
No, those parts land in the ocean of the bottom of your oven where that dude is on a yacht with all those girls telling you how you can get rich.
You can be like me. If you chew a cookie, try to bake it, and then get on a plane. I'll be on this boat. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm rich.
Well, Hal, I think that this can break down into 3 different categories.
Okay.
Of versions of fundraising. We're talking local fundraising, and actually this can be scaled up or down to any size. Like a good fundraiser, I think can be scaled up or down. A good idea for one anyway.
Yeah.
I think the 3 categories they break into are one where goods and or services are offered. That would be your sale, whether you're selling merchandise or baked goods or services like a car wash or a bachelor auction or, those kinds of fundraisers.
Right.
Then you've also got the auction. So the sale, sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned the bachelor auction in there. You've got the sale, direct sale. It's got a set price. You've got an auction. You've got silent or live auctions. You've got sweepstakes and you have raffles. So those are the goods and services versions and lots of different fun things within that. Then you have events. And then you have just straight up asks. And that would be crowdfunding and peer-to-peer and, the Broadway plays where the cast comes out at the end with a coffee can for Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS, those kind of things. Which one of those do you want to dive into first?
Let's start with the most basic one. And the reason I get that it's maybe the most effective because it's such a direct thing, especially like GoFundMe for someone who's in distress, but also it feels like the least exciting. The internet makes it easy to do everything. I kind of want it to be something where there's an element of fun to it because I think those tend to stick and they're just more appealing to me. I'm not looking for the most effective. The best one to me balances out. It raises money for a good cause and also has a community engagement of like people getting together to do something, whether it's to shop or we'll get into some of the other activities there. But like going to see a show and they pass around the hat, that feels like the right thing to do. It's the same thing you could say that churches will do. They pass the hat. They pass the collection plate around. Right. You can find kids that just have like the little coin box and they're waiting like for your change when you get out of the store to collect it for some sort of a charitable thing. But to me, I'm more interested when it's like a kid who has to sell me something because it's for them, it's also they're learning to speak to people and get over social anxiety and learn how to sell or at least connect with people, which is valuable on another level.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the first thing you said is the main reason for me, which is just the direct ask is not the fun version, is not the most fun version. And we could just say this episode is about what is the most effective way to raise a lot of money fast. And that is just ask bajillionaires. But that's not fun, right? That's not what we're here to do. We're here to talk about some fun things that we've done in the past. Hal, tell me a fundraiser that you've done before that you remember.
Readathon.
Yeah? Oh, athons are a whole section under the events category. We're going to go into some great athons. Yeah.
Let's get into thons.
Let's get into some athons. I did the readathon as a kid.
Yep. Have you ever done a dance-a-thon?
No, but Annie has. She did 46 straight hours at Penn State for a dance-a-thon. And they raised $13 million, which is an insane amount of money to me to raise at an event.
Was it at like $50 until the very end when somebody came with a monocle was like, I like this dancing so much, I would like to give almost $13 million to this event.
Yeah, I will give 13 million minus what was already. You know what? Somebody else do the math. Someone else do the math. I'm not a numbers guy.
I have that weird rich person disease where I like very even numbers.
Yeah, I love an athon. So in looking up some of these, here were some athons that are particularly effective that I came across. And you tell me which ones of these you would or would not do. Okay. Or tell me which ones you will absolutely avoid. Okay. And then we'll talk about the ones that you would do. A hike-a-thon, a sing-a-thon, a swim-a-thon, a skate-a-thon, a clean-a-thon, a dance-a-thon, a bowl-a-thon, a draw-a-thon, a bike-a-thon, and a spell-a-thon.
The only one of those that I would not want to do is a bike-a-thon. The reason being, it hurts from the front private area to the back private area. Everything hurts sitting on a bike seat. They have not yet invented what I yearn for, which is a comfortable office chair that has pedals on it. I guess recumbent bike would work, but I don't.
When are Eames and Schwinn going to team up?
Seriously.
Yeah.
That is what I need in my life. Until that happens, I just can't do it. I would be like, I can give you a solid 5 minutes. Yeah. I don't want to do a stand-up bike-a-thon, but I've done walk-a-thons I've done before. Hike-a-thon sounds fun. All those athons sound good. Are there any there that you wouldn't do?
I think I would try all of the athons. For me, I'm bad at the ask part. So if I'm bad at the ask part, I'm probably not going to need to do that many reps of whatever it is. You know what I mean? If it's like, oh, well, I've gotten people now that they're pledging that they're going to give me a grand total of $120 per mile that I bike. And I'm like, oh, well, I asked a couple people that I knew and I'm up to, I'm going to get $6 for each mile I bike. That's not going to do much for you guys, right? I'm just going to watch. I'm just going to give you $12 and then I'm going to go and I'm going to sit at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Or, the other side of that, Mark, could be that you have to do it the most so that you equal everybody else.
Yeah, that's true.
I was like, well, I didn't ask a lot of people and I'm getting $6 a mile. So I guess I'll do 100 miles.
I'll see you guys in a year.
Yep. I'll be right back. It's all uphill.
I love the idea that the volunteer, it's not just an ask. It is, I'm asking you to give your money to this cause, but what you are going to get in return is the knowledge that I am putting in effort. And my effort isn't just coming and asking you for a thing. My effort is going to be whether I'm, it is a good or service that I'm giving you. In this particular case of an a-thon, it is, I am going to pledge to walk this many miles, read this many books, do this many things. Yeah, an a-thon is fun.
It is.
What would you count that as? Would that be under events? Would an a-thon be an event, or would that be, I am offering a good or service, and the good or service is
It's an event
tedium.
Because everybody gets together to walk or do whatever it is.
Yeah.
Dance-a-thon, you're all in one place together. So it's a social event that is for a good cause.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about some other events then, because I love this. To me is where the sweet spot is going to be, because with an event, you can have multiple versions of it. You've got a good or service that you're offering, which is a show, an event, a party, something that's happening. But also within there, you can throw an auction in there. So people who don't want to pay the fixed ticket price or the pay what you want ticket price to get in, they're going to spend you're going to have whales. You know what I mean? And you want your whales to throw in a few extra bucks. You're going to offer something like an auction or a raffle in the middle. That, I think, is an event with one of these good or service-based things wedged in there. Right after intermission, somebody's going to get up there and auction things off.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember this. Maybe you do. But right before my mother passed away, Jennifer and I were preparing to run in a marathon. And so we were raising money. We were doing it through Team and Training. So we were going to do a show at, I think, Shiner. We were going to do a show, our group back there, we were going to do a show at what was Westside Eclectic. And because she passed away, you and the rest of the group, which was Jennifer, your group, got together and did that show instead. But we also had items that people donated. John DiMaggio donated a Bender doll that was signed, stuff to raffle off as well. So we had a whole bunch of, that was a 2-level. Do you remember that?
I do remember that, yeah.
Yeah. So that was like a double event. We also, I think, did a poker tournament during that time, raising money as well, which is another really fun event that you would probably pair, if it's really big, you would probably pair it with a silent auction or something like that. So you have a lot of opportunities. Hey, I got out of the tournament early. I'm going to go see what's going on over at the auction, see if there's anything I want, see if there's something I can bid on there.
So you like an event with lots of, I love a poker night or a casino night. I love a themed event where you can have a bunch of these different things happening at once. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think we're thinking along the same lines of municipal thing or a school theater group or a church or some sort of small community. And it's a thing that brings that community together. Yeah, I love that. I love a good theme night. Now you got my brain going on themes that this fictional event that we're throwing would be. Do you want an event, where you are the part, or do we, is our best thing going to be an event where participation is a part of it, or participation is optional, or something an event that we go and witness? As the philanthropist side of it, you go and witness the volunteers doing something, or you are a part of it yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would say as a rule of thumb, even if we were, say, doing an event that also had a silent auction to it, we would always give people an option if they just want to give to the cause, they can't make it or whatever, an option to donate. You never want to turn away an opportunity for someone to charitably donate if that's something that's in their heart and within their means. Yeah. Even if they can't attend. That's the thing with a date. You could say, I have a show next Saturday night. It's this great show. I've got Paul's coming and performing. I have all of these people that we know who are patents, just all these people we know who are from the comedy world are going to come and do sets to raise money for some cause. And you may go, oh, I would love nothing more than to be there, but I have a show and I can't make it.
Right.
But I would love to donate.
Yeah.
And then boom, you can still donate.
Sure.
I sort of I don't know if any of this beats the Girl Scouts selling cookies because it's just so well done. And it's just part of life is that's a season of the year. But I think I prefer stuff where somebody is doing something to raise money for charity and you are backing them in it, like a walkathon read. That's the thing I like about athons is it's a way to get people to give because they're invested in you rather than I'm going to a poker tournament where I could actually win some money, but it's also raising money for charity. So I'm really like, there's something kind of in it for me. Even like 50-50 raffles are like that, right?
Yeah.
You can raise a ton of money with a 50-50 raffle, which they do at almost every pro sporting event now. But also people are really buying lottery tickets.
Yeah. That's why raffles and sweepstakes and things like that are illegal in some states because it's considered gambling.
Correct.
Well, then let me ask this. What do you think is the most important element of this then? Like, or what are the elements involved? Is it the community involvement? Is it getting something back? Like, is our best one going to be something where, you could potentially win that hands on a hard body pickup truck from the local dealership? You know what I mean? If you can go,
I would not do that because I can't stand for that long. My legs would hurt.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
I love a hands on a hard body. It's so funny.
I do too.
The concept of someone just like scratching their nose. Oh, you've been standing there for days. Sorry.
You get nothing.
Yeah.
You must be a big fan of Mr. Beast. That's like everything. His entire life is like hands on a hard body. But like, we forced 800 people to live in a tent. The last one who stays in there gets $400,000. I've got 300 people in an acrylic cylinder filled with scorpions. The last one to make it out alive gets $10,000. Don't ask me who I voted for. The challenge begins now.
All right, let's throw out some specific versions of these community building ones, because I do like the idea that it is the community coming together to do something that they do. You know what I mean?
Bake sale.
Bake sale is a classic.
One. That's the classic. Everybody makes their food. There's an element of competition if everybody's trying to like put their best food forward, and everybody can come, you're selling treats and raising money for a good cause. That's like the definition of everybody's coming together to do a thing.
Yeah. The community element of it comes, I think, in the form of requiring the community's trust that your baked goods are
not poisoned.
Exactly. Like you go to a bake sale and you're like, I made these myself. And you're like, oh, these are great. Let me take a look at you to see if, okay. All right. You look like reasonably hygienic. I'll try your cookies.
Usually
hey,
a lot of
you want to try these?
Here's a bunch of stuff in a loose plastic bag with a zip tie on it. You want some?
I call these goldfish specials. Yeah, that's just a handful of goldfish held together by what's left of a Tootsie Roll.
I'm going to feed you like you're a horse. Come here.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, a bake sale is a classic. I feel like the bake sale has become the butt of the joke of its low numbers, of its low take. You know what I mean? Like when you hear like the bumper sticker, I wish for the days when the schools were fully funded and the military had to have a bake sale.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the thing about a bake sale is everything is priced reasonably, I would imagine. So you don't have the option to get those whales in there who want to give a lot extra. You max out with the number of baked goods on the table.
True.
If I have $1,000 of philanthropy money to spend, I can go to a silent auction and get really good Dodgers tickets, or I can go to a bake sale and get 1,000 muffins.
So you're saying the muffins are better? I'm lost. I would rather have 1,000 muffins than go to a Dodgers game.
Well, that's you.
That's just me.
All right,
I'm sure
Phillies
there are a lot of people
tickets.
who would love that. I don't know that I want to see them either right now.
Fair. Oh, buddy.
But yeah, that is true. There's less. I've won a silent auction item before. That we were at a friend's silent auction, and one of the items up for bid was a stay at a timeshare in Hawaii. And the time frame for it was the exact time frame around our 10th anniversary.
Oh, perfect.
So I was like, I got to figure this out. I got to see how many people are writing. I just have to be the last name. So I put down what I think is a reason. Like, this is not the most I'm willing to spend, but it's like close. And then I kept doing circles and looking at it. It was the most nerve-wracking afternoon. Just checking it over and over. Like, I don't want the James Worthy signed basketball. I don't need like a chiropractic exam or anything like that. I just want this timeshare. We got it, which was great.
Yeah.
But it was very stressful, and I was not if I'm being honest, I was not thinking about the charity aspect of it. I was just thinking about this is something I would really like.
And getting it at a discount.
On something I don't want. That's the other thing. Like for an auction, I have to want the items that are there, unless I'm a whale.
I'll tell you the best version of that. I guess he would have been considered a whale. Joe Mantegna, graduate of the theater school at DePaul. Every year we had a gala, and part of the gala was the silent auction. And he went around to all of the items, and he put the first bid on everything, just so that everything would at least make it out the door.
Greasing the wheels.
Yeah, greasing the wheels. A good kind move. Yeah, so that kind of, I have a few different versions of fun. It's funny we talk about this. I have a few versions of fundraisers that I think about from my past that have worked. The gala is one. I put on a show in Brooklyn, and we'll get to the just straight up put on a show in a minute because I'm a big fan of that as well.
Yes.
And then, like doing Build On when we go and do the builds in Senegal and Guatemala. For those, it was pretty much just peer-to-peer asks.
Yes.
You know, and then every once in a while, there would be a big party that got thrown. The show that I did in New York was a fundraiser for Build On.
Well, I want to hear about that show,
Yeah.
but let's take a quick break first. When we come back, I want to hear about your show, and I'll tell you about a fundraiser show I was part of. So
All right.
we can share fundraising.
We're going to have some good
stories.
examples. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll be right back. In the meantime, give to your favorite charity.
Yes. And listen to this.
I'm Jordan Crucchiola, host of Feeling Seen, where every week I have a different actor, director, or writer as my co-host. And whoever that co-host may be, it is a sure bet that we are digging deep and having a great time doing it.
I love that you just said that.
Yeah, I mean, if I were going to join a cult, I think this might be it.
A fresh look at your favorite film and a peek behind the curtain at how movies get made.
Oh, okay, I'm going to tell you this full story.
Okay,
Okay, I almost got fired from that movie.
You should be listening to Feeling Seen.
I had so much fun. I love what you're doing.
I hope I did okay.
New episodes every week on Maximum Fun.
On Judge John Hodgman, the courtroom is fake, but the disputes are real.
Brian would say, I'm the Gumby of this family. He's just not.
Claiming to be Gumby is an un-Gumby-like claim.
No, it's just Gumby and I being our authentic selves.
So what's your complaint? Too many sauces?
There are no foods on which to put the sauces.
Have we named all the sauces on the top shelf yet?
Not even close.
You economize when it comes to pants.
Truly, it's not about the cleanliness of the pants.
Well, why isn't it? This is what I want to know. Judge John Hodgman, fake court, weird cases, real justice. On MaximumFun.org, YouTube, and everywhere you get podcasts.
Okay, you did a show for Build On in Brooklyn. This was the
Tales from the Black Lagoon.
Tales from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. So I wanted to raise some money for some friends who were building a school through a group called Build On. This was before I got involved and started going to the builds. This was when I was just wanting to raise some money for them. And really, I just wanted to put on a show. Like, a charity is a great excuse to put on a show and to get your talented friends to do it for free. We are lucky that our talented friends are box office draws that can sell out a theater to make $1,200 in a night, which was great. But also, I think any sort of show for a community is, I mean, it feels like that old Broadway trope. Oh no, we need to raise money for XYZ. Let's put on a show and we'll raise money. Which I guess is the idealized version of it.
Yeah. The issue with that needs to be like, it's helpful if you have box office draws.
Sure.
Unless you can get a bunch of friends together. And I will use the show that I was involved in as an example, which is one of my best friends, my college roommate, Steve, who's now opening an immersive theater in Denver.
Awesome.
But at the time, he had started a theater company and they were doing a fundraiser for that theater company in New York. So I sent them a bunch of sketches that I'd written at Second City. And then all of the people I improvised with in college who were in the New York area mounted a night of sketches that I had written.
Awesome.
Which was really, really fun because it was stuff I had written out here for like Edelstein and Derek Waters, now being done by my friends from college who I'm sure were great. And
Did you go? Were you able to go?
No, I wasn't able to go, unfortunately. I guess I could have. There's nothing keeping me here at that time from going and seeing it, but I did not.
But that's the thing, like when I say before, like, grab your talented friends and put on a show.
Right.
We're very lucky we live in this world where that's our, that's who we're surrounded with. But everybody's got that in their town. You know what I mean? Every community there are local bands, there are artists, there are all kinds of people who can put together an evening of entertainment. And that to me I think that is a great combination of the effectiveness and the fun and the community element of it. And I will throw one out there that I think might rival our classic bake sale and our Girl Scout cookies as fundraisers. And that is the telethon, the live streamed telethon.
Sure.
Live stream telethon of if your school and you've got the cheerleaders and the band and the drama kids and a few students who have created a band together. You've got a whole evening of entertainment. If people can't be there live, they can pledge money online. You can add elements to it. You can have auction elements. You can have all that other stuff. But a telethon, I think, ticks off all the boxes.
Yeah, because it can have anything in it. A telethon. It's a thon.
Yeah, it's a thon.
It's a good thon.
It's a thon, but it's also a show, like an event show.
Yeah, but I always think of those being like they are all televised. Do you want something that has to be where people have to tune in and watch? Because you have to be watching to know to give, right?
Well, no.
You have to be tuning in.
I'm thinking about an event that the community would be throwing, like in a cafetorium, but it's also being live streamed to people that couldn't make it.
Right, but that aspect of it is for you want those people that can't make it to donate and they have to tune in.
Yeah, that's true.
I have to watch like Jerry Lewis's telethon or the Chabad telethon out here in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are events where they watch TV at this time. These people are going to be appearing. And then much like a show that you would do, but it's broadcast to a larger group of people. And it tends to be more national. That takes it out of local, right? Because anybody can watch.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. But if it's a local group doing it, I still think of it as a local thing. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a local group, but they're using the internet to raise globally, potentially.
Here is one that I don't think is the best one, which is holding a carnival. Holding a carnival is great. I don't want to dismiss the carnival as an idea. I want to rattle off some of these. We've got a few, specific details, specific versions that I want to talk about. A carnival is great. What you don't want is, yours truly dressed as a clown, standing on the double yellow lines of a 2-lane road, doing bits on a backcountry road, forcing every driver that comes down this 2-lane road to at least pull into the driveway of our carnival just to see what we're doing. I'm surprised I didn't get arrested that day. Ridiculous.
There are other ways to let people know you're having a fair.
Yeah, I guess so. Not as fun.
No, not as fun.
I'll tell you a good auction thing that they did at our DePaul Gala, which was another one of these, like, bring in celebrities for an event. There's some music, there's some speeches, and then they would do a live auction. And the last thing they would always auction off, I may have mentioned this before on the show, I thought it was brilliant. The last thing they would always auction off as part of the show, they would come out with a cloche. They would lift the cloche up and there would be nothing underneath. And they would say, we're auctioning off absolutely nothing. This is just a donation. We'll start the bidding at $100. And then once they get two people into a bidding war, then at the end, he'll say, you know what? Stop this. Since you said 5,000 and you said 5,250, why don't you each give 5,000 and we'll get a $10,000 donation and thank you very much. That auctioneer, whatever he's getting is not enough because it was masterful work.
Good auctioneer is better than any celebrity. I'm shying away from celebrities because it's not something every local, like there are smaller communities that can't do that. So what do? Like what is something that translates to a slightly larger community, but also the smallest community?
I think it would be whoever is the high status in that place. You know what I mean? When you've got the Catholic Church has the priest sitting up there in the dunk tank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like putting high status people in. Yeah,
the principal of the school.
Yeah, evening of skits where the principal is the butt of the joke and is also there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I like a fair. I love being at a dunk tank too. That's the best. That's the most fun. Have you ever done that?
I have,
You've been in a dunk tank.
Because you just heckle whoever comes up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And invariably someone's going to run up and just slam it with their hand and you know you're going to get wet. It's just how
and
long.
during the summer, it's great because it's hot out. You want to go in that water.
Oh, the best.
Let's pick one of these. I would not do anything that is like a celebrity.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either.
I would do...
The first thing you said that was important to you in this, and I agree, is the community element of it. You want it to bring people together to raise money for a reason, whether that community is like-minded people or located in the same area people. So that can be a show, that can be a carnival, that can be any of these events. I do think it's going to be an event.
Yeah, I want the people raising money. I like the idea of the people raising money being active participants in that event.
Yeah.
So I think I keep coming back to bake sale, honestly.
I feel like bake sale is I don't like bake sale. I don't like bake sale because I feel like bake sale is the cliche version of it that I'm not sure I have ever actually done.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? Yeah, it was always like when we did our version of a bake sale in high school, it was selling these like eco car wash supplies. It was probably a pyramid scheme, but
that's not a bake sale. You can't eat those.
No, but it's just
good. They're eco-friendly.
Like, I don't know. I think there's something more fun and a little flashier than a simple merchandise sale.
Well, I mean, I would go carnival because then everybody gets goldfish. You have the kids, the kids or people are running the different booths. I would be good with that.
Yeah. And you can put different elements to it.
Yeah.
You can
Carnival's
have
fun.
A carnival can have a meal provided by a local restaurant that you get a meal ticket for, and those meal tickets go to the thing. Like, there's a way to create a little ecosystem of currency in there. You know what I mean?
I'm down with that. Let's do a carnival.
Yeah, I kind of love a carnival.
All right, people of the world.
Classic charity carnival.
You can do you can hire some carnies to come in and run things, but isn't it better if you're running the ring toss with your child? And the artistic people are doing the face painting, and then there's some pancake eating contest or some such. You can make a gigantic carnival or a small carnival. It's just as much fun. Raise money for a good cause. The people running it feel good and they feel responsible. They're providing fun to people. And then the whole community is showing up to have a good time because it's the biggest thing going. And you're raising money for a good cause. A carnival is the best local fundraiser, of course. Asked and answered.
Now I want to go to a carnival.
By the way, this topic was donated by Greg On.
Oh, thank you, Greg On. Delightful topic. By the way, we both know our friend Lauren Pritchard.
Yes.
Lauren and Joe's wedding, they co-opted the community carnival fundraiser that the Catholic Church down the street throws every year. And they were like, we're just going to have our wedding at this carnival. Show up. There'll be an envelope for you. It'll tell you where to stand for a ceremony part. And then it's just full of tickets.
Amazing.
It was perfect. So you can even have a wedding at a carnival.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Well, this topic is closed, but there are many more topics to discuss. So please reach out to us via email at wegotThisPodcast@gmail.com, or
reach us on all the other social media at We Got This Podcast, or you could always go to Instagram. We threw a curveball at you where we got this show on there. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tons of great content on there, including every episode of the show that has ever been. Tons of bonus content dating back to the early days of the show, as a matter of fact. And you can join our Facebook group. There's people there, but really I would love for you to be on Discord. That Discord is where the cool kids are nowadays. Go to bit.ly/WGT Discord to visit us there. Thank you to producer Ken Plume, researcher Kate McManus, graphic designer Uri Kelman, and QA engineer Jen Alba.
And thanks, of course, to our musicians, Jonathan Dinerstein and Mike Furman, for our score and theme song, respectively. And thanks to you, the people of the world, for whom we would throw a carnival, visit a carnival, for whom we would put our hands on a hard body and stand next to you and chat while we tried to win a pickup truck. Look, the point is, we know you are all kind and generous souls. We can't thank you enough. We couldn't do the show without you. We wouldn't do the show without you. So to you, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. For Hal Lublin, I'm Mark Gagliardi.
For Mark Gagliardi, I'm Hal Lublin. And don't worry, everybody.
We got this.
We got this.
Maximum Fun,
a worker-owned network
of artist-owned shows
supported directly
by you.